Being a leader is no simple task, yet it is humbling. As people always say, leadership is an action, not a position. It is a privilege to be an instrument to serve our Indigenous peoples, brothers and sisters. To be a beacon of hope and prosperity, leading them to peace and development, empowered Indigenous cultural communities capable of governing themselves with due regard to their traditions, culture, and customary laws. Since her appointment as the new NCIP Chairperson, Jennifer Pia Sibug-Las has planned to roll out projects and activities to give our Indigenous cultural communities, Indigenous peoples, or ICC's IPs, a better quality of life, living in peace and sustainable development in their self-governed communities. In her first 100 days, the NCIP Chairperson proved that her heart was in the right place. She showed her goal-driven and servant leadership to alleviate our ICC's IPs from poverty, making sure that no one is left behind. Budget allocation for fiscal year 2024. Chairperson Sibug-Las focused on the approval of NCIP's budget to continue upholding the rights and well-being of Indigenous cultural communities through the implementation of programs, activities, and projects. And by late September, it was approved by the House of Representatives. Economic Agenda. As a representative for all ICC's IPs in the country, the NCIP Chairperson laid out her plan for reduction of vulnerability and uplifting the socio-economic status of Indigenous peoples. She was able to pledge support from national government agencies and from the private sector in developing programs to aid Indigenous cultural communities in the country. Peace efforts. Prioritizing the rights of Indigenous peoples, peace and development needs to be addressed. The NCIP Chairperson coordinated with the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, or NTF-LCAC, for future areas of collaboration and signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Office for Alternative Dispute Resolution, recognizing the values and customary laws of every Indigenous cultural communities in settling disputes with the aim to facilitate conflict resolution in communities. 2023 Indigenous Peoples Month and 26th IPRA commemoration. To give honor and tribute to our ancestors, Chairperson Sibug-Las led the celebration of the enactment of the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997 or IPRA and the founding anniversary of the NCIP.
Aking hinihimok ang lahat na buksan ang ating puso't isipan upang ipagpatuloy ang nasimulang kasaysayan ng ating mga ninuno patungkol sa kahalagahan ng pagkikaisa, pagkakaisa at pagtutulungan upang manatili ang hinahangad na kapayapaan at kaunlaran sa ating inang bayan. Mabuhay ang mga katutubo, mabuhay ang Pambansang Komisyon ng Katutubong Pilipino, at mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Yes, Sen!
Different programs and commemorative activities were conducted all over the country to promote and recognize the rich and diverse cultural heritage of Indigenous peoples in the Philippines. Friend to Indigenous cultural communities, Indigenous peoples. To represent all Indigenous cultural communities, Indigenous peoples in the nation means to be their voice in legislation and make sure that their welfare and rights are recognized, respected, promoted, and protected. The NCIP Chairperson made numerous partnerships with private sectors, civil society organizations, non-governmental organizations, national government agencies, and other stakeholders to improve and strengthen dispute resolution, climate change mitigation, water, energy, agriculture, forest carbon projects, and education. In her first 100 days, there were a lot of programs, projects, and activities that were conducted in such a short span of time. Yet, the Chairperson recognizes that more should be done. This is just the beginning, and through the unity of duty bearers and rights bearers, we can overcome challenges in serving all ICC's IPs in the country. Serving with love and dedication, Indigenous peoples can truly achieve the recognition, respect, promotion and protection of their rights, interests, and well-being they so long deserve. Para sa ating katutubong pamayanan, sama-sama nating itaguyod ang bagong Pilipinas.